You're listening to Pombo and Peter's Picks, the home of your favorite sports betting podcast. Presented by The Daily Goat.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Pombo and Peter's Picks. I'm Jason Pombo, joined as always by Peter Alves. Peter, happy Super Bowl week.
Yay, we're not dead. Yay.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
baby. Another Super Bowl rapidly approaching here. The Super Bowl show is arguably the best
It's the
show we
best
have.
show. It's the second best show of the year.
What's the best?
College football. Preview when I do nothing.
I enjoy that show. That is a good quality show. Peter brings the entertainment. Carr brings the facts. I thought we did a pretty good job predicting the college football season. I think we all picked Michigan to win the whole thing. Right?
I did.
You probably
I
picked Ohio State, no?
I didn't pick Ohio State. I said
No.
that we missed a fail.
All right, fair enough. All right, so Super Bowl week, Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers. In our preseason picks, I had the 49ers coming out of the NFC. I had the Bengals in the AFC, so that was an L. Joe Burrow getting hurt did indeed kill my prediction. How about you? Do you remember what your prediction was?
I had the Bengals as well. I don't remember. Did I have the Cowboys?
I don't remember.
I definitely didn't have the Niners.
I had the Niners. I had the Bengals over the Niners. So I got one right, so I guess I'll take that. All right, Peter. So without further ado, let's introduce our guests. So Brandon Carr of Rough in the Basket. He's been on at least two or three Super Bowl shows by now. Carr, welcome.
Thanks for having me. This is definitely one of my favorite shows to be on every single year. I love hearing what everybody's going to be betting in the Super Bowl. Matt, that we're going to have on the show as well, hearing his ridiculous props. It's a great time. So I'm very excited to be on.
Yep. And Dylan Saraiva also joining here. Dylan has been on multiple times.
Yeah, definitely glad to be back again, guys. Like Carr, I love the Super Bowl show. It's a good time. And I'm also excited to just hear Matt's ridiculous props. Like, who was it last year? Quez Watkins, fastest player.
Oh my
or something?
God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
How
remember
do you
that.
remember?
I forgot about that. And of course, the best for last, Matt Cunha, who brings the best props to do. I forgot about the Quez Walker one. That's gonna be tough to top. I will be impressed if Matt tops that.
I
That'll be
got some
difficult.
Taylor Swift parlays.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
Matt's-
God.
Uh-oh.
Matt's in his I see. I don't know anything about Taylor
Super
Swift.
Bowl
but-
era, as they've been
Super
saying.
Bowl. Okay, Super Bowl era. There you go, Matt. All right. So this show we are gonna do a couple different things. We're gonna first give each of us going to give our three favorite props of the Super Bowl. We are gonna predict who our first touchdown scorer would be. That's been a fun one over the years. We've had some success on that. And then of course we're gonna get into who we like to win the game. Do we like the over or the under? And who is our Super Bowl MVP? So let's start off with props here. We're gonna have Matt go last with props because it's Matt. So Peter, would you want to give your first prop, or do you want me to start off with somebody else?
Are we going around the horn?
Yeah, we'll
we
go
doing
around the
one?
horn for one. Each person will give one and around the horn.
Sure. I'll do this first. Debo Samuel over 16.5 rushing yards, minus 130. The Chiefs running defense is obviously worse than their pass defense, and I think that's where they can get exposed. And I think Debo has been quote unquote saved for the Super Bowl. He hasn't been really getting the ball in the 3 games that he's played, or 2 games that he's played. So
Interesting. All right. I'm gonna go next here. I'm gonna take Brock Purdy over 12.5 rushing yards. You know, he did a decent job in the ground in the NFC Championship game. He had a couple scrambles he got off of. And look, 12.5 isn't a crazy number. And I like him to hit it. That's at minus 130. And I think this is a game where Brock Purdy is going to have to escape the pocket a couple times. The Chiefs have that dominant defensive line. And 12.5 rushing yards isn't crazy. You know, that takes one scramble, maybe two. And I think if the 49ers want to win this game, Brock Purdy is going to have to make some plays. And maybe it's getting a key third down with his legs. And I think that's ultimately what it could be. So I'm going to take the over 12.5 rushing yards with Brock Purdy, who is, of course, not a traditional runner or scrambler, to say the least. All right, Carr, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think this comes at no surprise. I think one player I feel like that if the 49ers are going to win this game, he's going to have to continue his dominance. It's Christian McCaffrey, and kind of like the similarities of what you guys were talking about with the Chiefs defense. Like, they've been fantastic through, in terms of the passing defense. Their secondary is one of the best in the NFL. But I think if you want to beat them on that side of the ball, you have to run the football. And Christian McCaffrey's been probably the offensive player of the year this year. He's been fantastic. His rushing totals at 91.5. I like that to go over. Of course, anytime touchdowns like a guarantee. But also another one too is his 17.5 longest rush attempt total. I like that to go over as well. I think last week he had like a 28-yard gain, or maybe even a 30-yard gain. I know against the Packers he had like a 38-yard touchdown. So I feel like he's kind of like, I guess I'm mixing all those into one. I would put some stock in Christian McCaffrey to have a really big game in this game. And yeah, so anything with Christian McCaffrey, but I'll go with his rushing total, that 91.5. That is -115.
All right, Dylan.
So I went a little bit more the Matt route with my prop picks, just looking for
Nice.
some fun stuff.
We don't hate it. We do not hate it.
So my first one, I do kind of like this one, is will there be a pick six? Yes is plus 475. No is -600. I just feel we both, whether it be their own fault or their receiver's fault, Mahomes and Purdy have thrown some weird interceptions at times. Mahomes' fault a little bit more because he has, Kadarius Toney running out there. And I've personally watched Brock Purdy over the last 3 weeks just throw some balls that I don't know what he was thinking. And I think back to last year's Super Bowl, Nick Bolton had that crazy pick six, I think when he was matched up with Devontae Smith. So there's always a shot, and I think it just makes sense. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a pick six.
Ooh, all right. I like it. Matt, are you prepared, or would you like to go all last? Would you like to give you a 3 at the end?
No, I'm already on my extra ones. I'm
Okay,
good.
so Matt, give me your first.
All right, my first one is I'll deal with, this will kind of set up what I'm gonna do for the rest of them. But first touchdown scorer jersey number is gonna be under 22.5 -105.
Okay. We like it. We like it. All right, Matt, perfect.
I'm gonna slowly build up to who my MVP pick is.
23.5. So it can't be Travis Kelce. It can't be Christian McCaffrey.
This is a quarterback.
Nope. Wide receiver.
Okay, I think I know where Matt's going with that.
All right. Well, hold the
I
thought
do
here.
too.
Darius Toney. No.
All right, Peter, what is your second prop as everyone tries to figure out what Matt's MVP is? Matt's like a Taylor Swift album here. They're all reading the lyrics, trying to figure out when the next date is.
Oh, speaking of Taylor Swift, I'm going to do the 15 Taylor Swift prop on DraftKings. Mahomes over 15 rushing yards and over 215 passing yards.
That's a thing, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I bet this in real life. I think it's a slam dunk. Mahomes, when he wants to, he'll run. Obviously, it's the Super Bowl. He does it way more in the playoffs than he does in the regular season. And 215 passing yards, that's not even a sweat. The 15 rushing yards will be in the fourth quarter, I think, if he has to take some kneels or something stupid or get sacked or something. But I think that's an easy bet, even at -140.
Interesting, Peter. I like the way. I mean,
Shout out to Taylor
I haven't
Swift.
seen that one. I have not seen that one.
If you
My
gotta
next
do the Super Bowl novelty props for the Swifties,
for the Swifties.
it's like halfway done. Don't shake your head, Carr. You love them.
I'm going to
Shake
continue
your
to
head,
shake my
Gar.
head.
My next one, I'm going to go Isaiah Pacheco over 16.5 receiving yards. I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to be a focal part of this Chiefs offense. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Look, without Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, of course, getting up there in age. We don't know. Other than that, MVS, is he going to step up? Is Kadarius Toney going to step up? Rasheed Rice has played well. But I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to be somebody that they can rely heavily on. And I think he's somebody that you're going to see him featured in the pass game, along with, of course, the ground game. But for this particular one, over 16.5 receiving yards at -115. I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to have a big, big part in this game. All right, Carr.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off of that because I have Isaiah Pacheco over 66.5 rushing yards. I think this is something where I feel like the Chiefs kind of have an advantage. The 49ers, if you've been watching them over like the past maybe month or so, their defense has not really performed up to their expectations that they've kind of performed throughout the season. And one thing I've really noticed, if you look at the game last week against the Lions, they were able to run the football on them pretty well. And I think Pacheco, he's kind of the workhorse back in this Chiefs offense. I think this could be a game, again, with Christian McCaffrey having a big game. I think Pacheco could be in line for a big game too. I feel like this could be a game where, it's the running game's kind of taken over. And, Pacheco at 66.5, he had 68 last week against a stout Ravens defense. He did that on 24 carries, but I just think that he's going to be very heavily featured in this game, kind of like what Pombo was saying. And I think they're going to run the football with him. And, the 49ers, again, they've not been a very good team defending the run over the last couple months. So I feel like that's kind of somewhere where the Chiefs can kind of take advantage of that. Even if they don't have Joe Tooney in this game, all pro guard, I feel like they could still be able to do that with Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith and, the rest of those guys they have on the offensive line, and just be able to kind of lean in towards into the running game. So I like Isaiah Pacheco to have a big game in the Super Bowl as well.
Do you worry they like shut down the Lions running game in the second half though?
No, I feel like with that, I feel like the Lions, honestly, in that game kind of really, I feel like they kind of just choked that game away. No offense, Noah. Noah's gonna be listening to this, but yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I feel like the Chiefs can run the football. Pacheco's a pretty big part of their offense. He's gonna get most of the carries in the backfield. I think he's gonna have a pretty good game. So I'll go with Pacheco over his rushing total. And that is, I believe that is minus 125. So,
All right, Dylan.
I do like that as well, Carr. I mean, that man runs like, if anyone's ever seen the clip of oh my goodness, Isaiah Stewart trying to get at LeBron.
Yeah.
That's how that man runs.
Loves those high knees, man.
Yep.
High knees, power. He's throwing forearms like he's Giannis driving to the basket. But piggybacking off, because he can break a big run if he knocks over a couple of guys. There's this odd little prop on DraftKings. What will be longer, the gross yards of the first punt or the length of the longest touchdown scored?
Oh boy.
So if you say the punt's longer, it's minus 200. The length of the longest TD scored, plus 155. Or there is a tie option, meaning that if the first punt goes like 52 yards and the longest touchdown in the game is a 52-yard dot, it's plus 3,000. So there's, you could put some coin on it. I wouldn't. I would go longest touchdown scored because I feel like both of these offenses are very explosive and you might see someone just pop off. But if you're feeling, a little freaky, it's a Super Bowl, weird things happen. Plus 3,000, got some good money there.
Wait, what was your bet?
Yeah, which one are you picking on that one?
I'm gonna go with the longest touchdown scored is longer than the gross yards of the first punt. I mean,
What are the odds on that?
the first punt being longer is minus 200, and the length of the longest TD scored is plus 155.
So it's only the first punt of the game. Interesting.
Yeah, just the first punt.
Yeah, so I mean, unless who's the punter for Kansas City's what? The guy with the long hair, Tommy
Townsend, I think, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And then I forget who the punter for the Niners is, but I mean, they're not gonna rope like a 65-yard punt.
Here's a cheat code. Just make sure they don't punt.
Yeah, I mean, look at last year's Super Bowl. We only had one punt, I think, in the whole game. So there's
Okay, all right.
some money made.
Dylan, that was creative. You're bringing it. You're bringing it tonight, and that's good to see. Matt, tough on the top. Let's hear it.
All right. Taylor Swift bet. It's
ready.
called, the name of it from DraftKings is called Shake It Off. It's the 49ers to score first, and then the Chiefs come back to win, plus 350.
So 49ers score first, but Chiefs win the game. So how does that have to do with Taylor Swift, though?
That's good.
The name is called the name is Shake It Off. That's one of her songs.
Oh, okay. I got it now.
That's actually good. That's actually good.
That would have me
Right?
confused.
That could
It's a
actually.
creative name, I guess.
That could
Listen,
win.
if you think that one got you confused, I'm gonna have to explain some math again for my next one. We're going rolling it back like last year.
Matt's still decoding lyrics.
Boy.
All right, Peter, third and final prop here. What do you got?
I did caveat. I did parlay both of these together, but I'll just say Brock Purdy will throw an interception at minus 130. As Dylan said, I think there's going to be like more interceptions than people think. I actually parlayed Purdy and Mahomes to get an interception.
What is that? What is that for?
That is plus 230.
I like that.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I like that. So for mine, Peter, I picked chalk for the first two. I am not going to pick chalk for the third one. I'm going to go a little, not as rambunctious as Matt and Dylan, but I am going to step out of the comfort zone a little bit. Brandon Ayuk to have a 50-yard or more reception plus 700. So I need Brandon Ayuk, long ball plus 700, whether that's yak, whether that's he just catches a deep ball, whatever it may be. One reception for 50 or more yards plus 700. I'm taking it. We're going to give
That's
it a
not
go.
bad.
Why not? All right, Carr.
All right. This one is, I mean, this one's plus odds, but I don't think it's that crazy. Chris Jones over 0.25 sacks. I think Chris Jones is going to get a sack in this game. I feel like he's been playing with an incentive this whole season. Like, I think he was playing for like $1 million last game if they won that game. I think this game he's also playing for an incentive. I could be wrong on that, but he's going to be an X factor in this game, I feel like. And, the 49ers interior of their offensive line is kind of a weak spot. That's of course what Chris Jones likes to play. I know they like to move him all around the defensive line, but I think he's kind of really finding his stride. I think he's had, a sack streak, if I'm not mistaken, too. And, or he would had like maybe like 3 or 4 games in a row recently where he had like a sack or whatever. But I think he's going to have a sack in this game. I feel like, Brock Purdy isn't the most sacked quarterback, but I think he's the guy that I feel like is going to have a big game in this one. And I think just his impact alone, I think he'll be able to get pressure on the quarterback. But, his hit for him to get a 0.25 sacks if he gets over that amount is plus 120. I do like that. And I definitely think that he can get that in this game. So I'm going to go with Chris Jones, 0.25 over sacks.
So that also would work if, I mean, he sacks somebody with somebody else and he gets credit with a half a sack. That works too.
If he gets a half a sack,
Yeah.
That it's over. So
yeah. All right, Dylan.
All right. My last one here, I did the player with the longest reception. That's an option on DraftKings, and I feel like this might be seen late in the game, like, trying to get that game-winning drive going. And I kind of liked MVS to get it, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Shocker. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that guy has, terrible hands. He might drop 3 during the first, half and 3/4 of the game, but for whatever reason, if they're down, like Mahomes just loves to chuck one up to him, 50, 60 yards down the field, and he, randomly decides to turn into like Jerry Rice on deep balls. So it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden Mahomes launches a 72-yard, like, just cash shot to MVS.
What are the odds on that? I don't hate that either.
Like plus 1,000. I mean, that's decent odds there.
No, that's pretty good odds. Yeah, you're right. All right, Matt, drum roll.
All right. Time to do some math, folks. We are doing the same thing as last year. Jersey numbers of touchdown scores. This year I'm going the opposite. Last year I went over the 121.5. So
does anybody know if that actually hit last year? That definitely did. Right?
It hit under last year. It didn't hit. It hit under because TJ was calling me out on it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Wasn't it like close though? Like you were.
It was like 118 if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
There's so many touchdowns. Actually,
So I'm gonna go under. So under 121.5, the odds are plus 125.
121.5.
Matt's banking on no tight ends getting a touchdown.
You can't get Kittle or Kelsey.
Matt can't.
Based on like if Kelsey scores twice, do you automatically just lose?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if Kittle and Kelsey score, he loses.
Mm-hmm. You'll see what this once again plays into the MVP bet.
Oof. Interesting.
All right.
Does anyone else have any other props they'd like to list before we get into first touchdown?
I got my fun ones.
Well, I mean, anytime touchdown, Travis Kelsey minus 105. That's the easiest bet like anybody can do, right?
Is there a prop where I've been looking for it? I can't find it. Maybe you guys found it. George Kittle 1 touchdown and Travis Kelsey 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Just curious. I haven't seen that.
You can parlay that together.
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, I was looking on like the player special things, but you're probably right. Yeah.
You know what you can do is you could do DraftKings squares. Maybe I should do
Yeah, I did see that.
Plus 240.
I'll wait until I get screwed on the reveal squares.
Check back in a couple days, Peter.
That's not bad.
So what were you saying, Jay? Kittle and Kelsey to both score a touchdown?
Yeah.
That would parlay on DraftKings to. Thanks, DraftKings. I know who I clicked on. It's plus 335.
Yeah, I figured it was around 250, 350. That makes sense. All right, Matt, can we hear your fun props before we move on here?
Oh, another thing. Travis Kelsey, 2 receiving touchdowns, and George Kittle 1 receiving touchdown, plus 1,500.
Holy crap. So
So
that you would need 3. That would kill your jersey number,
I
though.
know,
That would
kill it,
really
absolutely.
kill it.
Oh, 2 of them. That's it.
Yeah.
2 of them. That's
You
it.
did.
done for. All right, here's some of the real meat with these parlays. This is where you're going to win everything. All right, T-Swizz appearances. under 4.5. I don't think it's
Oh,
Travis.
way over.
I don't think it's a Travis Kelce heavy game.
Okay, so this falls in line with the jersey.
Oh, wait,
number
wait,
thing.
wait. Does that like count? It's probably like after the coin toss or after
I believe it's
kickoff?
just. I believe it's appearances during the game.
Yeah, once the game's over, that doesn't count.
No, but like the kickoff, right? That's when it.
Yeah, as soon as kickoff
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah,
Under
Under
4.5.
It's nothing like before the game. What about halftime? That doesn't count.
I'm sure it does.
I think it does too. I like that. All right, so 5 times is a lot. I think you're looking at 2 or 3. 5's a lot.
Yeah, and with
5's a
those,
real lot.
I
You
know
think-
there was a
You
prop
like
on
the over for
Sunbook
that,
of
Peter?
she'll be shown during like the national anthem or something.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll take the one there. She'll get shown it before halftime. She's shown in the fourth
shown for
quarter.
the regular celebrities. So they're shown when Travis Kelce.
I could
doesn't-
see them showing her during Usher's performance too. She's like dancing or some
Or
shit.
No, she'll be
But
going
she's-
down. She'll be going down.
That's
All right.
funny.
5 is a lot.
it is.
Yeah.
5 is a lot. All right, so the next
What was
one.
it- What was it with the Ravens? Like 4? That's not
Yeah,
really.
That's
still-
still under. That's still
Kelsey
the
had,
under.
like 11 grabs that game. So
Okay. All right, go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
All right, next one. First ad to be shown during the Super Bowl. BMW minus 110.
That's that. Why is that high?
I have no clue.
What? That's
Is that the
crazy.
highest?
It
Is
was
that the
between
highest
two.
odds? Is that the
It was
highest odds?
between 2. It's from the sportsgeek.com.
How
It
is
was
that minus
BMW.
110?
It was a BMW commercial before Coors Light airs, minus 110.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was like first, like overall. I was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't think
That's got
BMW was-
insider info.
it's
Insider
much
gonna be
info.
it's
clout?
gonna be a beer ad, I think.
Yeah, it's usually it's
That's what I
usually
think it's
beer.
gonna be.
I
Oh,
think.
it's gonna
Well,
be
I saw
like
BMW
It's
small.
gonna be
I'm
like
not-
Paramount. Why would it be Paramount?
It's
No,
not.
it's going to
still,
be EA Sports announcing the college football video game release date.
God, I wish.
That'll be
Oh,
later.
yeah.
That'll be later. I thought that was gonna be 3 weeks ago, Car. Thanks a lot. Or whenever.
All
they-
right. To pay homage to my previous bet, fastest player on the field,
Yes.
Ray McLeod, plus
Oh
750.
my God.
Is he even gonna touch the field? No.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
he will.
Doesn't matter. He's just gonna be quick on there, man.
Ray McLeod might be the fastest guy behind CMC.
So does he just have to like
Catch
he
it and
just
run
has to touch the ball? Like that's it. He's gonna catch and run.
and catch it and see if he can record the fastest time, the fastest speed on the field.
Now my next question is, what number is Ray McLeod?
You're asking the hard hitting questions.
He's a
Three?
low number, right? Is he in the teens?
I think he's a 3.
Oh my God, it's perfect for Matt's bet. Oh my God.
Is he
Yeah, I think
really?
he's
Yeah,
3.
3.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
well, he's not my MVP. I'll tell you that.
For a real
Oh my
question,
Is he their punt kick returner?
I think he's their punt returner.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh.
know that.
Oh, that's not even.
I just
bad.
typed in Ray McLeod fast ? And it came with
Ray McLeod. Fast question.
So
mark.
if you go to receiving props, receiving yards, or receptions,
Mhm.
find Ray McLeod. The answer is no.
Don't worry.
They took that off the board because Matt knew. Matt figured out the script.
They dropped it off the bus. I was there.
Yep. All right, Matt. Anything,
they
anything
dropped
else?
it off the truck day at Fenway. They took the same bus.
Nope. Truck type blows.
There was like 10 people there, and,
Can be done. though.
and Matt was probably one of them.
And Tyler was the other one.
Yeah, that's true. Anything else, Matt?
No, those are the stupid ones that I got for us.
I enjoyed it. I think you kicked butt. I am very intrigued to see if these hit.
Don't worry, I have them written down over here.
So we need low score. Yeah, definitely write these down so we can see if they hit. Because I'm
All
not
right,
gonna
for
remember.
real
it.
fun. Usher, what's the first song that he's gonna do? Don't even give
the
me
Minecraft
odds.
song.
Yeah, he's going with yeah.
No, that's gonna be later. That's gonna be later, I think, when he brings out
What
little.
is that's
Oh my
that's his
God.
popular one, right?
It's gonna be
Yeah.
oh my god. Oh my.
Oh,
It could be that.
mhm.
I like
That's the one
Usher.
I think
I'm
it's
okay
gonna
with
be
it.
is, oh my God.
Is
I'm
there a
okay
prop
with
on
it.
if Taylor's gonna like do a song or something?
Yeah, that's Matt.
Yeah, it's somebody like guest appearing. You can bet her at plus 1400 if you want.
Who, Taylor Swift? I can check, but I'm not sure.
Is there odds of Little John showing up?
Yeah, it's like minus 195.
Oh,
That's ludicrous.
he's gonna be there for like there's no question.
It's him and Luda in that song, right? So I mean, they might.
Come on, I need some Little John just screaming at the Super Bowl halftime show. That guy's a legend.
I saw today he's releasing like a self-guided meditation like like ASMR kind of thing. Like, yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
take
lot.
a breath.
So,
Guys,
sleeper pick for that is Justin Bieber, whatever he's at.
Why?
He's the reason why. Didn't he find him on YouTube?
Wait, you think Usher? What are you saying? Usher found Bieber?
Yeah.
I thought Bieber was Simon Cowell. No.
No, that's One Direction, bro.
Oh, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know.
I don't know. Never mind. Maybe I might be lying. Fake
No,
news.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, my bad. My bad.
No, you're good, Peter. Anything else before we get to first tug here?
I got nothing.
All right, let's do this. First touchdown. It's a prop that we've had success. Me
Who's that last
personally, yeah, I hit it in 18, 20, 21. I didn't hit it last year.
We all had
David.
Devontae Smith, right? Last
18, I hit it with Sony Michelle. 20, I hit it with Gronk. 21, I hit it with Odell. 22, I did not. Yeah, Dylan hit the Odell one. 2022 was Hurts, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's who got in. Yeah, I think
think
we
I
all
had
picked
Smith came
Devontae
up like
Smith
right at the
together.
goal line.
Oh
Like,
my
we
God,
all-
yeah, you're right. Devontae Smith at the one got stopped. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before we put this out, whatever we pick, we all have to go an unanimous decision and then bet that.
Okay.
I'm good with that. Sure.
All right. Sounds good, Peter. All right, so who's your first touchdown, Peter? I'd like to hear it. Maybe we have the same one.
Rashid Rice plus 850.
Ooh, okay.
It's,
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be obvious Travis Kelce. It probably should, but that's who's going to be.
Mine, same odds as you. I'm gonna go George Kittle plus 1,000. He's a guy that would kill Matt's lay, but that's the one I'm going with.
That would
Carr?
kill Matt in the game.
Yeah, I would kill Matt internally.
I bet this guy earlier this season and won. Isaiah Pacheco plus 650.
Ooh, okay. Dylan?
I'm going a little bit further down the odds. I'm going Brandon Ayuk plus 1,100.
Oh, we're all
That's a good
different.
one, actually. That's good.
Matt, who do you got?
We ain't all different. Me and Peter are on the same wavelength.
Oh, okay.
Rashid Rice plus 1,400 first touchdown score.
Oh, it's plus 14. All right. Plus 14 on.
I got plus 1,000 in my DraftKings right now.
Maybe it's already updated. They know the script.
Hey,
Ray
Matt,
Ray
again,
McLeod is plus 7,500, by the way.
Matt, that's the
That's a
one.
dollar. That's a dollar right there.
What's Jawan Jennings? There's another one.
Listen, I was trying
Plus
to see if he was fast
3,500.
too.
That's actually like kind of pretty good.
Does
Mark
anyone-
S is plus
Football
3,500 too.
I got a sleeper for you in terms of this. Again, sleeper, very unlikely to happen, but I mean, you get down to the goal line, things get weird. How about Kyle Juszczyk plus
Mhm.
4,000?
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. It's plus 400. I drew my thing wrong.
Freaking
Plus
Matt.
400 for Rashid Rice.
It's plus 1,000.
Wasn't Patrick Mahomes the first touchdown scorer when these two teams first played? They
He
run
was. He
Yeah.
was. Yep.
plus 2,200 to do it again. So I mean that's
Yeah, you can't rule him out either. I look at you get stopped at the goal line. What's going to happen? Are they going to change backs? Are they going to go with the fullback? Are they going to go with the quarterback sneak? So like even a guy like Elijah Mitchell, you can't rule out, or even a guy like Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Garrick
You can't rule him
McKinnon you
out.
could look at too. He's
I
Sure.
will be so mad if that happens. Like one of those two guys
Like
get in.
things get weird, and
I'm betting Pacheco. So
things get weird. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, for all we know, it could be a freaking punt return. You know,
What
like
about
nobody
Malcolm
knows.
Gray? It's not the backup tight end. Who's the backup tight end on the?
That's I believe that was Justin's sleeper first touchdown. Is Noah Gray.
wait,
I
That's
like
a
the
sleeper.
use check. I like that use check sleeper though, Jason. Like, 'cause
Dale,
they-
you throw $5 on there, that pays out 205.
dude, they might run that offset eye that they like to do.
Yeah, he
a
just
little
sneaks
play
out
action.
there. Yeah, he sneaks
Flat.
right out. I actually like him to get a catch too as well. I think his line's at half, like at 0.5. I like him to get a catch.
he had a couple grabs last week. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I like
too.
him to get a catch. You know, they feature him a lot. He's a veteran
I
on
think
that
he got
team.
a touchdown last time too in that Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure he did.
Did he?
think he got one.
Oof. Keep an eye on that.
I think so.
I like how we're mostly different. Matt and Peter are aligned, but everyone else is sort of different. What do you think the consensus is around like the internet and everything else? I feel like it's a lot of
It's McCaffrey or Kelsey. That's it.
McCaffrey and Kelsey. Yeah.
I'm surprised Debo's not higher up there. I feel like they like to feature him both the the wide receiver or the running back.
And Rice is a little bit higher than I would have anticipated. You know, I would have thought he'd 12 to 1 plus 1,200, but plus 1,000, I think they're giving respect to him a lot. They think he's going to be a vital part of this offense. Trying to think of any other sleepers here. MVS plus 3,500, maybe.
What's Kadarius Toney?
Oof, he's got to be way down here. Hold on.
Plus
7,000.
7,000.
7,000. So that's, you put 5 to win 355.
How about Peter's guy Ronnie Bell plus 9,000?
Oh my God,
Oh,
you're right. I forgot about
because the
Ronnie
whole
Bell.
no, because the whole 49ers are going to be healthy. That's not it.
I forgot about Ronnie Bell. You got to make sure he's active before you place that bet, though.
Only guy I've ever met that has a plus 9.
I literally will show you the tweet of somebody like, I went to college with this guy.
Who the
Oh,
hell
no.
is Braden Willis? Like, I don't even know who that is. He's plus 10,000. And Michael Pirine, I didn't even know he was on one of these two teams.
Yeah, the Braves the running back, right?
That's the person that apparently Nate contacted before.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Plus
Oh my God.
12,000.
Yep.
Michael Pirine, shout out.
Yep. Shout out P. Ryan. Nobody said McCaffrey. Is that too chalk?
It's
I
way
feel
too
like it's too chalk. It's just
Plus
not.
400. I mean,
Too chalk.
mine's kind of chalk a little bit. Plus 650. So
It's a little bit more value in yours than the McCaffrey one. McCaffrey, I mean, I like him to score in this game for sure. I mean, he's like minus like 250 to score. Right?
Already
He will
said
score.
he was, so like he's not going to.
You don't think he's gonna score?
I don't know. Carter's got that confidently. Last
Yeah,
time he
Carr's-
did that, he didn't score.
I
That's
think the
true.
real thing. I think is McCaffrey 2 touchdowns plus money.
Oh,
yep. Plus
Uh,
250. Plus 245. Yep.
I like that. I do like that. But all right, well, that was interesting. I like how we're dynamic. All right,
oh
boys.
wait, what are we doing?
As a collaboration, that might have to continue to be
God.
discussed over the weekend because
We'll
it feels like
discuss. We'll
we are
discuss.
in a different path here, Peter.
Me and Matt will Rashid Rice all the way.
Fuck it.
I got
There you go. All right, so let's go about picking the game and then picking the total here. So if the total, according to DraftKings, is the Niners are 2-point favorites in this one. The total is 47.5. The Niners on the money line are minus 125. The Chiefs are plus 105. When the NFC Championship game ended, the Niners were immediately 4-point favorites, and that kind of swung in the other direction as the night progressed. It actually went as far as like down to -1. It's back to -2 for the Niners. A lot of the money is on the Chiefs. 79% of the money, according to DraftKings, is on the Kansas City Chiefs, which means Vegas needs a 49ers win. So the line to me is a little interesting because Patrick Mahomes, obviously the best player in this game. Mahomes is an underdog. So of course, you're going to have a lot of people bet on him. So this is an interesting line. I can't say I'm too surprised. I thought it would be closer to a pick 'em, but this is where we're at. So Peter, before you make your prediction, were you surprised about this line?
I mean, no and yes. I mean, they've got burned with the Mahomes being an underdog, I think, like 2, 3 straight weeks now. So yes, but like I don't think you can, if this makes any sense, I don't think they can be favored versus the 49ers.
Vegas needs the 49ers to win.
I think it's a
Okay.
trap line, but like
It is a trap line. Yep, that was exactly the point I was getting to. It's a trap line. It's one of those kind of doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean? It's one of those. So this is an interesting line for sure. All right, Peter, let's let it rip. You can start with who you like for the spread, over, and a little explanation why, and then we'll do our MVPs to conclude the show.
I like the Chiefs to win 27-24. Obviously, I have the Chiefs, and I have the over. The only concern, if the 49ers can stop the run and they can stop the pass, and their defense has to show up, I think Brock Purdy is gonna not get exposed, but like he's not gonna play as well. I don't want to be that Nimrod to not bet on Patrick Mahomes as an underdog in the Super Bowl. That's never gonna happen after this year, I think.
If they win, for sure. Yeah.
And the only like concern I have is Vegas is a trap line. 49ers gonna win, and then they're gonna win. Vegas will win like $15 billion or something stupid. That's my only concern. I don't want to kick myself later when the Chiefs win it all. And I'm like, damn, I should have bet on the Chiefs. And I told you guys last year to bet on the Chiefs. Nobody
You did.
did.
You were right. You were right. We were all heavy on the Eagles. We got burnt. Me, Carr, and Dylan. I'm pretty sure we went like 1 for 38 in our bets. Like that's not
I
even
think
a
that's
joke.
why I hate the Eagles now.
Like we literally went
Carl
1
got
for
mad at me.
38.
He's like, how much you win in the Super Bowl?
Carr's hatred for Nick Sirianni is absolutely.
I think it stemmed from that game.
You know what?
I
As soon as
think
he started crying during the national anthem, the game was over.
Oh, you-
That was it. I'm gonna rip
Fucking
the
guy,
tickets right there. That was it. That's when
Gosh.
that's when we knew. So like Peter said, this is a trap line. I'll tell you what, if I am betting okay, first of all, if I were a Chiefs bettor, I would take the spread. If I was a Niners better, I'm taking the money line. With that being said, I'm going to take the money line. I think this is going to be a very, very close game. I like the Chiefs to cover, but I like the Niners to win. I think I have 28-27 Niners. Chiefs cover, Niners win. So I don't know what that means for Vegas, but I'm going to take the Niners in a nail biter by 1 point. I'm going to take the over as well. It's 28-27. That's what I feel. Chiefs win for your spread bet, Peter. There you go. But I am doing the money line. I am not going to touch the -2. Just my opinion. Carr.
Like, all right, so I've been like going back and forth, but I don't want to bet with my heart here. I do think the Chiefs are going to win this game, as much as it pains me to say that as a Patriots fan. Like, I don't want them to win this game, but I'm just trying to take my bias out. I think they're going to win this game. I would take the spread. I think this game actually goes under. I think the Chiefs win this game 27-20. So like just teetering on that line, I think, I think this Chiefs defense has been playing great football. You saw them last week pretty much stifle maybe the best team in football at that point, the Ravens. The Bills, they beat them. They were playing at an unbelievable level. They won off the missed field goal, but still won that game. Granted, the Dolphins game was in a frozen tundra, but they won that game. They just have showed resilience, I feel like. And, I think what's kind of proven to me throughout these playoffs is experience matters. Like the 49ers, they got to this point because they've kind of been in these situations before. And then the Chiefs, like, they've won these bigger games against these probably much better opponents, honestly, on paper. And, I feel like that, they've been able to kind of win these games. I think Mahomes against the 49ers defense that I just don't really feel like is playing up to par right now, I think is going to have a pretty good game. I think they're going to be able to run the football. I think Brock Purdy, I'm not the biggest Brock Purdy guy, but he is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. So I do think that definitely plays a factor in that from the first Super Bowl. But, I think with him, he's going up against a defense that's pretty healthy right now. Their secondary is unbelievable with McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed and company. And, Chris Jones is playing at a great level again. He's kind of playing again for, his contract. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the offseason. I'm sure that a lot of teams are going to want him. He's kind of playing to get that big contract again. And I just feel like the Chiefs they're kind of made for this moment. And, the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's a great coach, but I feel like some of his in-game decisions can kind of be questioned. I think clock management's a problem with him. I think Andy Reid kind of beats him in that. And, I just think the Chiefs, this is a Super Bowl that they probably should win, I feel like. And it pains me to say that. I don't want the Chiefs to win, especially me being a Patriots fan. I don't want to see this team keep racking up Super Bowls. And, we're going to have those narratives come out probably again in this game, but it is what it is. I got to bet with my head, and I'm going to go with the Chiefs winning this game 27-20.
One thing I forgot to mention before I go to Dylan, the first half line for this game is Chiefs point and a half. I think the Chiefs go into halftime up by 10 points. So I would take the Chiefs first half line as well. Forgot to mention that.
It's a good one too.
Yep. Oh boy, this game just sucks so much for me.
I hate these two teams too. So
flip a coin.
I'm a Packers fan, and I am the official president of the Patrick Mahomes Hatred Club. I hate Patrick Mahomes. I can't stand the narrative that the NFL and the football media has pushed.
Dylan likes Taylor Swift.
I hate Taylor Swift. I hate Travis Kelce. Shout out Alan Grigsby. It's the only reason I like Ohio. But God, man, to have to root for the 49ers and to have to cheer with Dave Babb just hurts my soul.
We love Dave Babb. Come on.
I like Dave as a person. I don't like Dave's sports teams, but you know what? I'm rocking with,
He said he didn't like the Red Sox.
Dave's a diehard Braves fan.
Look,
we like the Braves on this podcast. We're cool with it.
Yeah, I don't mind the Braves.
Yeah, we're cool with it.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
But no, I'm gonna rock with Brock Purdy rocking the Kmart blue light special mom jeans. I think San Fran, is a great second half team. I like Jason just said, I think the Chiefs are gonna take the first half probably up in that 7 to 10 point range. But we've seen it 2 games in a row now where San Fran looks like they're just getting shut down, and then all of a sudden something in the second half just clicks. I think Shanahan's made some great halftime adjustments. And I don't know, I just think the amount of players on San Fran's offense is just insane because they can hit you with McCaffrey, they can hit you with Samuel, they have George Kittle, they have Brandon Ayuk, they have random guys like Ronnie Bell that just decide to do things at the most random instance.
Dylan, you're forgetting one guy.
Go number
Ray
Number
McLeod.
3,
Ray
baby.
McLeod, number 3.
Ray McLeod, the punt return king. And I know, like Carr said, like their defense is kind of played underwhelming, but they still have some great players on that defense. If those guys can step up, realize what this moment means, this will not be a repeat of a couple of years ago. So I'm taking San Fran money line, and I'm taking the over because I think, again, 49ers are going to be down. They're going to have to make a comeback. I'm going to say 31-27 San Fran.
Ooh, so we got everyone in favor of the over but Carr so far. And then Matt, who I'm more interested in Matt's MVP than his game prediction, but Matt, let's hear it.
I do have to say, if Carr's score hits, there's going to be riots in the streets because that's half a point below the over-under.
Oh, yeah. A lot of
That's
I
people
like the
bullshit.
chaos, man. I like
Yeah.
the
It will be
chaos.
close. It will be
Chaos.
close no matter what, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So I have the Chiefs +2. Final score 27-24. I'm the resident Swiftie at work, so I got to keep up the narratives.
You gotta make the wife happy.
Yep. And I'm going over 47.5 with the 27-24.
All right. So
It's going to come down to the end. It'll be like, I don't know, like 14-14 going into the fourth, and then it'll be a shootout in the fourth.
okay. I like it. So 3-2 in favor of the Chiefs. It's me and Dylan on our islands alone here.
Listen, Jason,
We got Dave Babb with us,
all
Jason.
I need to know is you picked the 49ers, and that's great.
You're
Are
welcome,
you going to the
Peter.
game, Jay?
I am not as much as I'd love to, or be in the town for the week. It would be phenomenal. I'll tell you what, Matt, I would do a lot to be there right now. It looks like a lot of fun right there. I think it's I think it's going to be we didn't talk about how Vegas, of course, is hosting the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a hit. I think everything is going to go very smoothly. I think it's going to be one of the best Super Bowls they've had in terms of like the town itself. It's a perfect place to host people for a week. I know they say, oh, don't be in Vegas for more than 48, 72 hours. I get all that, but it's going to be so much stuff to do. I think it's going to be phenomenal. My non-biased takeaway from Super Bowl is the host town, in my opinion. I think Peter and Matt can concur on that.
Yes. It's going to be great.
Oh,
I
for
don't.
sure.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's such a perfect place, man. Everything is so close. Like, it's perfect. Perfect.
I could see them doing it every year there.
That's what, you know what, Matt? It's really not as crazy as a
It's
statement.
so expensive over there now.
I'm not saying like
people
the
going to the
tickets
Super Bowl
themselves.
don't care about
Yeah, but the Super Bowl's already expensive.
Yeah,
I-
exactly. But I'm
what
saying
would you
like to
the
host
Meadowlands to host it, like it's doing for the world.
the area where everyone is for a week right now. That is perfect.
It's just like
absolutely
everyone down
perfect.
there. No one cares
it's-
about the prices down there. Like,
Yeah. You just everything is so close. Peter, Allegiance walking distance, like it's just perfect. I think anyway. I think it'll be a hit. And everyone down in Vegas, when I went there, they were pumped about it. They are not in favor of the A's though. Everyone is pissed about the A's.
Go A's.
well,
Yeah.
did you hear? Sorry to drag us on to baseball talk, but the Las Vegas mayor said that their plans are stupid and they should stay in Oakland.
I did see that. And you know what? Matt, if you saw where they are going to build that ballpark, you would agree. It is
I haven't looked into it.
It is across from New York. It is in the heart of the strip. Like, you know how T-Mobile is sort of off the
Yeah.
strip, Allegiance off the strip. Like, this is the heart of the strip. It would be a nightmare traffic-wise, everything else. Like, it's a terrible idea.
Well, that's why all the locals are like, "Get out of my city, bro."
Oh,
There
yeah.
can't be a lot of just room for a stadium right there.
They are knocking down that, whatever it is, that Tropicana hotel or whatever. I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
They're knocking that down, so that's what's going to be the stadium. But yeah, Matt, if you look it up on a map or whatever, like it's stupid. Like,
It's a terrible design idea. Like it really should be either like at the south end of the strip where Legion is, or like the north end of the strip, but like
or put it 5 minutes off for Christ's sake. Like,
They should put it right where all the other sports stadiums are. They're all right
yeah,
around.
that's what he's saying. Yeah, right near T-Mobile.
Yeah,
or
I agree
whatever.
with
Yeah,
Dylan. They're all right there.
that makes no sense to me. Like,
I don't know what
T-Mobile, yeah.
like person came up with the idea. Right in the middle of one of the most busiest streets in the U.S., we should put a giant.
Owners
stadium.
are dumb.
In A's too. Like, 6 people that care.
Poverty
It's-
MLB team right there.
Agreed. Yeah. All right, let's get to our Super Bowl MVPs. Peter, would you want to let it rip first?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I think the Chiefs are gonna win. So Patrick Mahomes plus 125. Don't overthink it. It cannot be Travis Kelce unless they want to push that narrative. But he's got to be like Julian Edelman, where it's going to be way, way, way under, and he's just going to have to do everything.
What is the path for Travis Kelce to get MVP?
Just told you, it's like the Rams of what 3, 4 years
Do you
ago.
have do you want like 2 touchdown receptions? Is it
It
yards? Is it
doesn't have to
one?
be. It doesn't have to be 2 touchdowns. Like a touch. The score's got to be like 13-3 or like 17-7. One
Yep.
touchdown, 150 yards, probably like 10-ish reception. Yeah.
So as much as I'd love to pick McCaffrey at plus 475, I'm gonna go Brock Purdy plus 225. I just think it's the safer pick if as someone who picks the 49ers to win. It's you really have to have a special performance. Like McCaffrey would have to get 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns to enter the conversation. And that's a lot to ask for. And I think, Purdy, he's gonna end up making enough plays to get the job done. I like him at plus 225. If I want to pick a sleeper guy, like a real like sleeper, and I'm a Niners better, I would probably end up going with it's tough.
Debo.
Yeah, I was thinking Debo. I like Kittle for first touchdown at plus 6,000. So maybe, Kittle finds the end zone twice, maybe plus 6,000. He gets a key couple third downs. That'd be my deep sleeper, but I think it's Purdy or McCaffrey. So I'll take Purdy. Carr, who you like?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is really hard to bet against, but if I were to go with a couple of sleepers, I'm probably going to bet Patrick Mahomes, but sprinkle some on Isaiah Pacheco, like I said, a plus 2,800. I do think that this is going to be a pretty prime spot for him to have like a 100-yard game. Maybe he gets in the end zone a couple times. And then, guy I mentioned earlier too, Chris Jones, who I think is going to have a pretty big impact in this game. If he can have, I don't know, a couple sacks or something, maybe 3. If he somehow gets 3 sacks, he's plus 10,000. That's not a bad bet in my opinion. If you wanted to put like a couple dollars on that, so
Did Von Miller get a pick six when he won the thing, or did he just have
strip
sacks?
sack,
I
strip
think he
sack.
was strip
Oh,
sack.
okay.
Yeah. He might have had a fumble recovery too, but that was the last defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP was 2015 back in Super Bowl
Like I can
50.
see Chris Jones having like double-digit pressures, has like 2.5 sacks, 3 sacks, and maybe like a forced fumble or something. That's like his ceiling. I feel like that he can potentially hit in this game. So
I will say Dylan talked about earlier how he envisioned a potential pick six. If it's end up being like a go ahead pick six or something like that, that person could be somebody to look at, whoever that could be. You know what I mean?
yeah,
All right, Dylan, who you like?
As the other 49er better in the chat, I like CMC. I just feel I don't know what the Ravens offensive coordinator was thinking, not using the run game. The Chiefs rank like 30th in run defense. They're abysmal versus the run. I think if Kyle Shanahan's smart, he lets Christian McCaffrey work, not only in the run game, but we know McCaffrey has that pass catching ability as well, and Debo Samuel. So you really there's too many guys to cover on this 49ers offense. And there was really almost a part of me that wanted to look at the prop that will the Super Bowl rushing record be broken. It's
Wow.
205 yards, which is insane.
Just for one person.
Just for one person. But I mean, if there's a guy to do it, I highly, highly doubt he will. But McCaffrey's just such an animal. If he can break off a couple of big touchdown runs like we saw this year, he makes a pretty good case for MVP.
He's gonna have to like break one off right in the beginning, like a 70, 80-yard touchdown.
You would need 2 big runs. You would need 2 big runs. That would be my opinion. But
Either
I
a
like it,
run,
Dylan.
running a pass, 2 rushing, 2 receiving even. But he's plus 475. It's decent odds.
Yeah, agreed. All right, Matt. I'm very excited for this. Let's
All
hear
right.
Ray McLeod plus whatever that.
No, not
it.
Ray.
Plus 18 million.
So it's another low guy. So everything I've done for this for my bet so far have been low scoring, and it's all going to be low numbers. So the guy who's going to score, I'm going to say 2 touchdowns with a low number, is Rashid Rice. He's going to be your MVP plus 5,000.
I like it. I like it, man. I figured you were going that
It
direction.
is hard though because like if he gets 2 touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just give it to Patrick Mahomes and then there's gonna be somebody else that gets a I don't know.
Because he'll get one at the beginning, and then he'll get like the go ahead, and then the 49ers will come back, and then maybe get the third one or something. I could see it.
He's got to make some key grabs. Like he's got to
Yeah.
make some insane like
He needs an Edelman type of game.
Yeah, I'll be like,
yeah.
no.
Yep, he needs that or trying to think of the guys in the past. Yeah, he would need to really kind of pop off. It's possible. I mean, it's possible. It's just difficult when you have Mahomes on the other side, but I like it. I like it, boys. I think this was a fantastic Super Bowl show.
I will
Uh,
sprinkle Debo plus 2,000.
You're gonna sprinkle a little Debo. Again, I'm very jealous for everyone out there in Vegas that are gonna see it or partake in this week. Looks like a
Sam
fantastic
Darnold is
time, man.
plus 20,000, which I find to be kind of interesting.
I
He's
got
a
way
backup
juiced. It was
quarterback.
like plus 50,000 before the week even started. People are betting on that.
People were betting him, in which you've seen Purdy be shaky a little bit, and you wonder what Kyle Shanahan's tolerance level would be. We know he spoke glowingly about Sam Darnold, like he really likes the guy, and if the Niners win with Darnold under center, he's your MVP. It's that simple.
I can't remember what bet it was, but if it was like to score a touchdown, Sam Darnold is stupid high, like 250 or something. Dave was telling me today. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but there's some prop where he's very high to actually do something in the game.
Well, if you put $5 on Sam Darnold to win MVP on DraftKings, he pays out $1,000.
But is
Purdy-
has Purdy been that shaky? I mean, I know he's made some like bad decisions, but I
to
don't know
me,
if he-
when he gets rattled, he gets rattled. Like it's very, but could Shanahan, I don't know, let's say they're down hypothetically. Let's say they're down 20-10 at halftime. He's coming off back-to-back drives where he threw a pick and like he's not looking good. Maybe he got rattled in his shoulder, whatever. God only knows. And maybe, Shanahan's like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go with Darnold. Like I would call it very unlikely. I wouldn't put the percentage at 0. I would put it very low. I'd probably put it like 2%. But you can't rule anything out because Shanahan has done, things that you don't necessarily think he would do, and he has spoke. It's not like this is just some random dude. He has spoke very glowingly. You look up Kyle Shanahan about Sam Darnold. He compared him to Steve Young earlier in the offseason.
Again,
you
he's
can look up the quote.
He's blown 2 leads. I don't trust anything.
If they're getting killed and Purdy is holding them back, right? You can't rule.
I don't rule it out at all. I don't.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. If he has like 2 first half interceptions, like you said, like to end the first half,
and
it's
they need a spark. It's a big decision. Like that is a monumental decision. And does Shanahan have the stones to do that? I don't know if he does.
You're gonna piss him off next year. What are they
At that point, it's screw it. We're trying to win the game, sort of thing. And if
I guess if he does that and they win this game,
if Darnold comes in and wins the Super Bowl, he's a quarterback. Like,
oh, he'll win MVP.
I guess the positive of it would be the Chiefs haven't prepped for him. They don't have the tape on him. Like you kind of get like that resurgence.
You don't need to see him.
If Purdy's missing guys, he's rattled. The pressure's getting to him. Like we saw him a little bit in the Green Bay game in the first half of Detroit. Like when he was rattled, he was off. If that happens again, maybe he takes a hard hit or two and he's not 100%. And you never know. Like you can't rule anything out in the Super Bowl. And it's not like Purdy is Mahomes over here. If they're down and he's the reason why, Shanahan will at least in the back of his mind consider it, I think. But again, it's a different way of thinking to actually think about it and to actually do it because the ramifications of doing it are monumental. It kills your quarterback.
What's his Super Bowl MVP odds? Blaine Gabbert.
The Chiefs backup?
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
Right, probably Gabbert now, right?
I think it's Gabbert too. You're right.
Because last year it was Chad Henne.
I don't even see him on this
I don't
list.
even see him. Is he here?
He does not have any, no.
Because that's what I mean. I mean, like, this is getting into insane hypotheticals, but, Fred Warner or Nick Bosa comes off the edge and just blitzes Mahomes into pieces.
Then he should win MVP. Whoever that is, they should win MVP.
What if the
He's
Chiefs win the
literally.
game?
I don't think he's here at all. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
why.
he's not. You can just look up their name if they have any active.
Whoever, quote unquote, not real, like kills Patrick Mahomes and make sure that he's like out of the game. And
You're gonna tell me that freaking Mike Pennell has higher odds than
Well, that's Vegas
Gabbert
is telling you they don't have 100%
Christ
backing of Purdy. Well, it's probably 97%, 96%. There is still a small window of a shot for Darnold to enter the game. So that's just something to keep in the back of your mind. If this ends up happening, that would be absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Wild. Like as someone that's back in the 49ers, It might.
I
I'm
win
surprised
a-
they have odds for an
I won't-
offensive lineman
I'll
here.
put this on record. If I win a square and Sam Darnold throws a pass, I'll give all you 1, 2, 3, 4, $50 each. If I win a square.
Deal.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Car's
If he
like, say
threw all
less,
the
say
pass-
less.
I hope the Chiefs just start blowing them out and they put him in at like the last second in the game and he throws one pass and he have a square win. That'd just be so funny.
Yep. That's a parlay. Peter wins a square and Sam Darnold throws a pass. That's got to be like plus 100,000.
I love it.
Yep. And who's going to win a square this year?
Not me.
I haven't won in 2,
You know,
3.
I have never won. I'm going to win
I've
this year.
never
I haven't either.
I'm
Hey,
going to win. I'm going to win this year.
Don't let me get the 0-0 square. Remember, last time I had the 0-0 square when it was this Super Bowl,
Hit
I was
twice.
cooking. All right.
Yeah.
That was when I was at your
Let's go
dorm.
to
Just
Yeah,
saying, don't let me get it again.
I'm going to win this year. I got a feeling. I'm going to win. It's my first W. Mark this down. Mark the tape. I win a quarter. Goldberg wins another. I can't. And then it's going to be 2 other randoms.
Actually, when are you doing this? Thursday? All right, this
Thursday.
will be on Friday. This is gonna go in of whatever squares you get. I'll put it at the end.
It's gonna be TJ. He's gonna win.
TJ's gonna sweep all 4 quarters.
I just have a feeling he's gonna.
I don't know. Hopefully it's one of us 5. That would be nice. I'd be very happy. All right, boys. Well, everybody enjoy the Super Bowl and best of luck with your parlays and
Oh,
everything
wait,
else.
two questions. One for Matt and one for everybody else.
Okay.
Since the Chiefs are winning, in your eyes, is Travis Kelce gonna get married on Sunday?
Ooh.
I don't know
No.
if he'll. I don't think he'll propose, but if he wins, he's retiring.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
a bet at plus like 275.
That he retires.
No,
Again, proposal.
if he doesn't.
Uh
No,
And if you
I
think
don't
he's gonna
we'll see a
win, that's
proposal.
probably the best moment ever.
We're not going to see a
they've been
proposal.
dating like 6 months.
Yeah,
That's
they're not gonna
just
be a
so
proposal.
like, who would want to be proposed to at the freaking Super Bowl? I don't know. It's
I don't
just-
think that's going to happen. I don't think that's. I mean, I'm not a Swiftie at
man.
all, but I feel like that's not up her alley. Like,
no shot.
I don't think that's up his alley either. Like, it's obviously not going to be.
It's not like they've even been together like a year.
Even if they have, I just
I don't
can't see
think
it. I
Alan
can't see
Grigsby's
it.
been there yet.
That's
And
true.
around-
Maybe
and
Allen
around the
Grigsby's
horn.
stamp of approval.
And around the horn, Dylan, you can go last. What are you doing? A darkness retreat? Everybody say their answer, and then Dylan says it last.
Not read a book.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Poor Dylan. Peter's never going to let that die. If you know that
That's the
story,
best question. That's the best question ever.
you know
the
that
best-
story? We had Dylan on like 6 months ago. We did 5 questions not about sports at the end. And this was like during the Aaron Rodgers retreat thing, like the darkness retreat. And like Peter's like, all right, like what would you do in a darkness retreat? And Dylan's like, read a book. And Peter's just like, you can't see, man.
Let's see.
It's not pitch black. I mean, Jesus. You gotta have
Oh
something.
my god. Now every time
fair.
Peter sees Dylan, that's what he says.
I love Dylan. But like,
know.
that's the best question ever. And that's the
Read a-
best response we'll ever get ever.
Read a book, Dylan. Read a book.
I'm sad I'm not gonna be able to yell at Peter on Sunday.
That is true. We'll FaceTime
You
you, Peter.
still can. I mean, like, you still
Yeah, but then
can.
I have to FaceTime and you won't be there to do the one chip challenge again and watch my stomach.
No, that was stupid. Who
God,
like
why would you
made
do that to yourself?
us feel like 2 seconds? Who made us do that?
TJ.
TJ.
I would not.
Like,
I'm
how
not
did we
that
not
doesn't
pawn
surprise me
him
one
to
bit.
do like a third of that? That
Well,
was
to be
terrible.
fair, I thought Dylan would handle it better than he did. I didn't think it was
No.
going to be that crazy. I just
Like
figured it
I'm
would.
good with spice too. And like that just
That literally like killed somebody recently.
That
I'm
ruined
sure.
your Super Bowl.
yeah, it made me pretty sad. That
It
was
doesn't even taste good.
I hit the
Oh.
Odell bet though, so that kind of brought me back to life.
No, wait, this was last year. Now, was this 22 or 21?
Peter, when'd you move?
6 months. No, that was like 2 years ago. That
Oh,
wasn't
so-
last year, right?
Oh, so I thought it was last year. No?
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was last year.
No, I
because
think it was.
I didn't move until like July.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it must have been last year.
I think it was last year. I just remember Dylan laying on the floor. Just sitting on the floor, or just like laying on the floor. It looked like he was going to
And like
die.
it didn't help. Like I drank water, I drank a Sprite, I drank a Bud Light, like
Yeah, we were giving him everything.
fucking
It's milk,
tongue.
I think.
I was like, this is just
I didn't have milk, so we had water and everything else. So
well, because car, the worst thing, like it starts in your mouth, but like 20 minutes in, it like moves to your stomach and it just hurts. Like it's like, oh,
that was gross. We're not
Never
gonna
again.
never again, Dylan. No, we will not let that enter my house. You gotta wait outside.
You do that in the yard.
You do that in the yard. All right, boys. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Peter, we will reconvene next week and we'll see how our bets and all the game plays out. But thank you all, Matt, Dylan, Carr. Thank you all for joining and enjoy the game, boys.